You've just finished converting the Sam Clemens report from the APA-like style to MLA. We are now going to create our works cited using a website that I highly recommend, and it's free. It's called EasyBib.com. So launch a browser and type in easy, EASYBIB.com. Notice that EasyBib can cite for free MLA. They also have APA Chicago and a whole lot more. Notice that you can cite websites, books, newspapers, journals, databases, and 59 other options. They also have an auto cite, so you can type in the website and it will begin to generate the URL for you. Same goes for a book. All you need to do is type in the ISBN number right off of the book. Under newspapers, you can import the newspaper article. Same thing with journals and databases. Now, if you look at the Sam Clemens references, you will notice that both of the references are websites. So today we're going to use EasyBib only to cite websites. So I'm going to click on the website tab. It's important to identify what is the source and then click on the appropriate tab that matches that source. All right, I'm going to try the auto cite first, but I'm going to let you know manual cite will open up all of the options that you need in order to cite a source in your MLA report. So I'm going to go to the references page that we created last class, and I'm going to highlight my URL. It's just the URL. Copy, and let's paste the URL. Make sure that there are no typos in your URL. When you click Cite It, notice that, oops, we couldn't gather information for your citation. That's okay. Now it says you can edit. Oh, it's doing a whole lot of stuff. Don't worry if they don't know the site. It could be a dead site at this point because I'm using a book site. So here we go. We edit what you can. So let's look. There's my URL. Ooh, but they have some typos in here. So we have to take out this code and we're going to add P:// and now we're good to go. All right, looking at your source, what was the article title? Well, when I go to my source, my article title was Your Mark Twain. So I'm going to copy Your Mark Twain and paste it as the article title. There we go. Who was the author? Stephen. No middle initial. And Railton. There was no suffix. Notice under contributors, you may have an editor or a translator, so you would switch this up depending upon what you see in your source. Website title. We were not given a website title. When I look at it, I have a URL, I have an article title, I have an author, and I have a date that it was published. That's all I've got. Therefore, in EasyBib, what you're going to do is simply leave that blank. There was no publisher or sponsor either, so we're going to leave that blank. There's my URL. Now, notice how it says display URL, no or yes. Your teachers are going to want you to say yes. They're going to want to see where you got the source from. Leaving out the URL unless the source cannot be located without it. I know you're going to need this URL to find that source, so you would say yes. When was it publicly published, electronically published? July 21st, 2003. So I'm going to write to 1 pick from my drop-down list July and type in 2003. When did you access it? Well, why don't we put in the day where we finished up the report? So we finished the report on the 4th, and that was in February 2015. Adjust this accordingly. We're done. We have filled in all of the information, and I create the citation. Notice, don't be surprised if you see a pop-up. This is a free site, so pop-ups for advertising are not unusual. If you see a pop-up appear, simply close the window by hitting the X in the upper right-hand corner. Hooray! I've got my citation. I now want to create a second citation. So at this point, I'm going to grab my second URL. All right, oops, I see some mistakes in here. Let me edit this. Do you see how it's putting in the % sign and the 2 and the F? Don't like that. So I'm going to edit that. This is an ad that I was talking about. Just close that out. Let's go down to that URL. There we go. Remember that we don't want those signs. That's just a slash. And go through my entire URL. There we go. Got to get rid of that. That's actually code for the symbol, but you don't want that in your works cited. And let's take out, put a slash in there. Maybe next time we'll just type our URL in. There we go. Update my citation. Wasn't that easy? Looking good now. Everything looks good. Let's now go get the second. We'll try this again and see if that copy and paste gives us a problem. I'm going to highlight my URL. I'm going to copy it. I'm going back to EasyBib. If you want to type it in, go ahead and type it in. Now, I want to show you this manual cite. So instead of just citing it, let's go into manual cite. And it shows you all of the options for citing a website. Again, this is an ad, so we're going to close that ad out. Enter the website. Well, I'm going to scroll down. I'm just going to put the URL in here. See if it pastes in. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. I've got my slashes, so that was a better option. So I'm typing in my URL. Let's go in. We need the article title. All right. I don't mind the copy and paste thing. Sam Clemens as Mark Twain. That is the article title. And back to my EasyBib. And now I have my author, which we know is going to be Stephen Railton. And we don't have a title for the website. We don't know that. It looks like it's at the school anyway. We don't have a publisher or sponsor. Do I want to display the URL? Yes, I want to display it. That's something you want to pay particular attention to. Electronically published, I think it was the same day. So let's go and look. Yep, July 21st, 2003. So 2-1, pick from your drop-down list, and type in the year. Date accessed, again, you're going to type the day, and did we say the 4th? That you accessed that site. So whenever you're doing, whoops, not 2003, it's 2015. Remember when you're doing your research, it's the date that you access that site that's important to put in your citation. So all of the information is now placed inside my URL for a website. I'm going to create this citation, and hooray, I've got my citation. Take a look at it. Looking good. Scroll down. Notice that you have your 2 citations. Now, I did this once before, and that's why it says 4 citations. So I'm going to simply remove the old citations that I did once before. And I've got this one. I've got this one was my other one that I want to get rid of. Isn't that cool? EasyBib remembers what you've done before, so you can be working on your EasyBib for several days and it will remember this. It gives you 3 days before it expires. How cool is that? I haven't even created an account. So I have my 2 citations. Again, you don't like them, it's just check and delete. But you've seen my 2 citations. I'm done. This is the best part about EasyBib. You want to export. So important, when you're done with this, you're going to export. You're going to print it as a Word document. How cool is that? You could save it to your Google Docs. If you have a Dropbox, go ahead and do that too. My Microsoft people, you've got OneDrive, but we're just going to simply print this as a Word document. That's what I recommend that you do. Check it out. Your export, your bibliography to Word, I can download it for Word. It's going to save it, and it gives me my EasyBib. I'm just going to call it Sam Clemens Works Cited. Navigate to your folder and save it in your network drive. All right, go to your folder, save it to your network drive. There it is. Open it up, and all you have to do is now print this document. It is completely formatted perfectly for you. Before you do that, folks, let's enable the editing. And put your name in the footer. So this way you know which page is yours because you're all typing the same works cited. So just create a footer with your name. And you're done. You've just used EasyBib. Now, remember, the manual cite is a really way cool tool. Just want to show you one more item under book. All right. If we go to manual cite for book, see how you have different options? It's just a matter of filling in the information that you have. Easy peasy. Good job.